Hi there, it's Tony Litz at Victor Litz Music Center in Gaithersburg, Maryland. We're going to tell you a lot about the instrumental music programs throughout the country for the fourth and fifth graders. It's a great program that the schools have to offer, so if you can take advantage of it, please do. It's a wonderful way to get started in music. And right in front of me, you can see, is a trumpet. I'm going to show you each instrument just briefly, at least the most popular ones. Here is a trumpet. It's part of the brass family. Next to me, I've got a trombone. And this trumpet is a Yamaha or a Bach, it doesn't matter, but it's a student trumpet. There is a mouthpiece. It's a brass instrument. It's played with a mouthpiece that looks like this. It can go in just like this. Give it a little twist. It won't fall out. And in order to make this sound, you have to kind of wet your lips, stick them together and make the buzz sound. And that is what the trumpet does. It's held like this when normally played, or like this, and you play it just like this. You can also get this in a cornet. The cornet's a slightly smaller version, but it plays the exact same way. That is your trumpet. Trombone is in the same family. It's a brass instrument. It's rather large. That is only half of it. This is the slide portion of it, and it goes together like so. And you take this little screw, turn it right like this, take a mouthpiece, and you put it in the instrument, just like so. And that is how big this one becomes. But if you play one, you can play both with a lot of practice and learning and whatnot, so you can change interchangeable and whatnot. That is your trombone. Pretty big instrument. You see a lot of in marching band and such. So here's that. To talk about the marching band is way beyond the fourth and fifth grade. Most of the programs for fourth and fifth grade are going to be where the student gets the chance to practice with a teacher 30 to 45 minutes per week, and then they study during the week. Practice is the most important thing. Even if they can just pick it up for 10 or 15 minutes a day without missing any time, before you know it, they really get to learn the instrument. If they quit immediately, they didn't give it a fair chance, it's probably going to take a good, 1 to 2 months to be even comfortable with the instrument enough to know whether you like it enough to continue. Here is a flute. Flute comes in a case. It's a nice small instrument like so. And we have to take this out of the plastic. These were all ready to rent, as it's very popular throughout the country for rental programs. It's a very economical way for anybody to start music, especially if the schools are going to offer the program basically for free, included in your school, and then you go out and rent an instrument for $100, $150 per school year. The flute, I should tell you real quick, that's the main body, that's the head joint. These go together like so. This is the foot joint, and that is the way it goes. You don't play a flute like this, you do play a flute like this. You hold them off to the side, and you blow through the lip plate. And that is what the flute looks like. In order to take it apart very carefully, pull each piece, put them back in the case, and then close the case, and you're good to go. I'm running through these really quick just to give you some idea of what instrument you might want to go entertain and look at, consider getting. The clarinet is getting into the reed family. And a clarinet, which this one is all wrapped in plastic as well, comes in 4 to 5 different pieces, and you have to put it together each time you go to play it. Okay? And it's got an upper joint, lower joint, a barrel, a bell, and a mouthpiece. And we're going to have it together in just a second as we take it apart. Now, upper and lower joints of the instrument, really important. Can't see it very well on camera, but we'll go through it. These 2 ports are the most important thing not to mess up. If you jam them together and the keys bang into one another, you can do some damage and bend a key, then you can get it repaired. But I'm sliding it together, I have some experience with it, and that's the 2 joints together. The top joint, which is a barrel, shaped like a barrel, goes on like so, and this is a bell, shaped like a bell. It goes on the bottom of the instrument. Last but not least is a mouthpiece. Set this down. These are all wrapped in plastic to keep them safe and sanitary. So take it apart. The mouthpiece, I will get a reed. Reed instruments come with a reed. It's a piece of cane. and it's cut into a small sliver. They come in different sizes for the different abilities, whether it's beginner, intermediate, or advanced. You put your reed on the mouthpiece like so, and they have a clamp, which is called a ligature, and you clamp the reed onto the instrument, okay? You line it all up like so, just about like that, and the mouthpiece goes in the top, okay? That's a clarinet fully assembled, ready to play. The reed touches your tongue, your teeth touches the top of the mouthpiece, and that's a clarinet fully assembled, ready to play. Saxophone's in the same family. Right here, I've got a saxophone, and I'll get the parts and show you what's going on with this. There's your saxophone. Then there is, that's a pad saver, which is on the inside. You take those out if your instrument has one. They don't all have that. But this is the neck, that's the saxophone, this is the mouthpiece. It's just like a clarinet mouthpiece where it takes a reed to go right in the face. This goes on the top, and when playing it, the reed is going to touch your tongue, your teeth touch the top. It is held like so and played like this. This is the angle that you would hold the instrument, and you always use a strap with one of these. They're rather heavy, and you don't need to hold them up the entire time you're trying to play it. You want to use the strap to hold the weight of the instrument. That is that. I think we've got the string family coming next, which is violins and cellos. Stepping off camera, there's a violin, okay? There's violin, viola, cello, and bass in the string orchestra family. And usually the school programs, all the orchestral instruments will practice together, and then all the brass and woodwind instruments will practice together. So you don't necessarily play right along with them, certainly not at the 4th and 5th grade level. That's the violin. It is held like this. There's a chin rest. A lot of people will get a shoulder rest for underneath. That's optional. And it comes a bow. We're going to get the bow, sit it here, and it is played like so. This is the way the instrument will go. If you did a viola, they look very similar, and then they're a little bit bigger instrument, a little bit thicker this way. The cello is a rather large instrument, and you sit down, but you stand the instrument up itself. There's your violin, viola, cello family. Moving over to percussion, I'm just going to show you briefly on camera that that's a bell kit. Now this bell kit is the standard, and it's going to be for the 4th and 5th grade students. And it would come with a stand, and it would sit on a stand where you would stand up and play the instrument. Perhaps you could sit down. And it comes with a set of mallets, and that's the bell kit. And after you get through the bell kit, you can move on to snare drum. You can go to drum set. You could use the percussion, and you'll see in the regular band, the percussionists usually are on the back of the band, and they get to play a few different instruments. They may use the concert cymbals, the two that go together. They may play the big timpanis, quite a few different things, so they get a variety of things going on. On all these instruments, I recommend that you first start 4th and 5th grade, rent an instrument, see if it's for you, and you get an experience around the classroom with all the other students. If you don't like the instrument that you're playing, don't quit music. Go find an instrument that you do like. It's a lot of fun. It's a lifetime experience. Everybody in music seems to really enjoy it and make it fun. Just find the right instrument for you. Again, if you start with one instrument, it's not exactly for you. Start another instrument. Try it. It's okay. Most of the programs will let you try it. Maybe they want you to try one instrument for the first school year, but after that, you can try another one or on your own. That's everything about the 4th and 5th grade musical instruments, and there are many others to be had in the same families, such as the reed instrument being what's called a double reed with oboes and bassoons. But as far as the trumpets and trombones, then there's bigger instruments going from baritone, euphonium, all the way up to a number of different marching band instruments that you won't, see too much in 4th and 5th grade ever. But there you have it. We're Victor Litz Music in Gaithersburg. Nationwide, there's music stores everywhere that offer these instruments. You can go out and buy one. Renting is what is usually recommended by the schools. And if there's anything we can ever do, you can see us at victorlitz.com. That's VICTORLITZ.com. We've got other videos on our website, on our rental page, that shows each instrument by itself broken down in much more detail. Thanks for checking it out, and have a wonderful career in music. Thank you.